This is one of the most frequently asked questions on this channel. Why do zebras have stripes? And in this episode of Wild Facts, I'm going to tell you why. But first, if you love all things wild, make sure you subscribe so you never miss an upload. The main reason given for why zebras have stripes is to confuse their predators, specifically to confuse them when they're moving at a fast speed. But there are a couple of problems with this theory. First off, zebras aren't really running from predators all that often. They're mostly just grazing or walking around. And even when they are running, it's usually away from humans or other animals, not predators. Second, there are plenty of animals who regularly run at high speeds and they don't have trouble seeing or keeping up with striped prey. For example, cheetahs regularly chase down zebras and they seem to be able to keep up just fine. Plus, horses also have stripes, but they don't really need them to confuse predators since most of the time predators aren't chasing them down either. So confusing predators isn't really a good explanation for why zebras have stripes. But there is a really interesting recent discovery that may have just answered this question. This is a great example of how science never stops moving forward. New discoveries are always being made. In 2021, scientists caught up with a research vessel in a zebra sanctuary in South Africa. They used a thermal camera to take pictures of zebras under different conditions. Then they took those images and showed them to 4 groups of captive cheetahs, domestic cats, dogs, and humans. What they wanted to see was if the felines could see the zebra's stripes under different temperatures and weather conditions. Since zebras are black and white, they show up very distinctly against a background of grass, which is usually green. However, when it gets colder, the grass starts to turn brown and then the zebras blend right in. And this is when the stripes become useful. When the temperature drops and the grass turns brown, making the zebras harder to see, the cats were still able to pick out individual zebras based on their stripes. But when the zebras were all the same color without any stripes, the cats had a much harder time picking them out. The scientists think that this is because zebras are mostly striped on the sides and the top, where cheetahs hunt them mainly from above and to the side. Evolution has favored this hunting style over the millions of years that cheetahs and zebras have been together. So zebras evolved to camouflage themselves against the brown grass by matching the color of the sky above them and the ground beneath them. But since cheetahs hunt from above, the zebras needed a way to camouflage their sides, so they evolved stripes. Now, this doesn't explain why other equids like horses and donkeys have stripes too, since they don't really have many natural predators. But it does explain why zebras have stripes. So next time someone tells you zebras have stripes to confuse predators, you can let them know about this new discovery. And speaking of zebras, did you know there are 3 different species of zebra? There are plain zebras, greavy zebras, and mountain zebras. All of them live in Africa, but mountain zebras only live in a small area in the Ethiopian highlands. That means that more than half the world's population of mountain zebras live in a single national park, making them very easy to observe in the wild. And if you want to learn more about these beautiful animals, check out the links below. If you love zebras and want to help support them, consider making a donation to the charity of your choice. I'll put some links in the description. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and share it with a friend. Subscribe to this channel for more animal facts every week. And you can always find more animal facts on our social media. Until next time, see ya.